want to stick it flush with the other piece, just like that. Hold it for a few seconds. Doesn't take it long to dry at all. Take your little scrap piece of a stick and any glue that squeezes out, just kind of rake it off with a stick. Throw it in the garbage. Alright, then you take your right piece, put a little glue on it, much like so. Stick it to the other side nice and flush. Put a little pressure on it, let the glue squeeze out. Take a scrap stick, clean up all any glue that squeezed out. All right. Same thing with the bottom, more super glue. Put a little on both ends. Little dab will do you. Make your bottom piece. Stick there. Stick there. Nice and flush, put a little pressure against it for a few seconds, let it dry. A little scrap piece to wipe up the glue. Your window frame is assembled. Then, top here, left here, right, bottom, you're going to take some of the sticks that I cut on the table saw earlier, 1/8 of an inch wide. You're going to cut a piece to put in. Let's see, I did the top first. Okay, you're going to cut a piece. It fits in there just like that. See that little stick right here? Goes in here like this. Keep it flush up here. You're going to put a frame of these sticks inside this frame. You put your first piece on. Take your first piece. With a little bit of glue, it only takes about 3 or 4 drops. We'll drop there, drop in the center, and drop on the end. 3 little drops of glue. Take your first stick, glue it to the outside. Make sure it's good and flush with the outside edge of the window. Press down, let it dry a little while. Doesn't take long. Then take a stick, wipe up any excess glue inside and out. Should have something like that. See that? Alright, same thing on the bottom. That one's a little long, so I'll take the little sanding block here. Hit it a couple of times. So then, take your bottom, once you got your top piece in, take your bottom piece and glue it in too. sure it's flush with the outside edge. Wipe off any excess spillage. So then you got a piece on the top, you got a piece on the bottom. So it should look like you've got two double sticks, one here, this is your window frame, and this is what the other stick is, what your window will set on. One top, one bottom. I'll take you some long sticks, cut them to fit in between those two sticks that you just put in. It's going to look something like that. Make sure it's good and flush. The reason you want to make sure you wipe down all your glue, any super glue that you have in here, because when you put your window in, it will stick to it, and super glue will screw the finish up on plexiglass. You can't get it off. It's you'll have super glue smudges all over your plexiglass, and you don't want that. So make sure you clean up all the glue inside. Then you'll have another long stick that you'll put on the other side. Cut it to fit, to go in between the two. The first two you put on, glue it on too. And you should have a frame that looks like that. So like I said earlier, you got your frame that goes in the hole. The first thing we did is cut these 4 pieces to go in the hole, and then we cut these little sticks to go inside of this frame. So it pretty much looks like you got a frame inside a frame. Now these don't have to be perfect, as long as they're, you know, if they don't match up here, not a big deal. See, that one looks a little taller than the other one. Not a big deal. As long as it's flush with this outside, with the rest of these sticks, you're good to go. Now we got to cut a piece of plexiglass to go in. I'll cut that and come back. Alright, so I got a piece of glass cut here. It's in there good and snug. It can be a little loose. And you can also, if you happen to get it too long, take some sandpaper, sand sponge. You can sand it down if need be. Now this stuff comes with a protective film over both sides of the glass. I would recommend leaving that on till you got it cut and sanded, everything you need to do, and then peel it off. Otherwise, you're going to end up scratching it. And if we get some scratches in it, you can't really tell. I mean, but that way all your cutting's done with the film on. You don't have to worry about scratching it. So, once you got all that done, put the glass in. Take a stick, knock it down in there so you don't get any fingerprints on it. And then you want to cut 2 sticks to go on the back of the glass. The pieces we put on earlier are on the front, but you want to put a piece in the back to hold the glass in. So once you got your stick cut, put a little glue in here. Now really be careful with the glue in here. If you get too much, the glue will come up on your glass and look kind of funky. So again, a little dab will do you. About 3 little dots on there ought to work. Put the stick in, give it a little pressure to stick, adhere good. It should look like that. So you get Little stick on the inside, little stick on the outside. Sandwiches the glass together. And then do the same thing, put another piece up top. Till it fits. If it's a little bit long, take your sanding block, hit it a couple of times on that. Perfect fit. So, put a little glue. Press it in there nice and firm. Keep a little pressure on it till it sets up. And boys and girls, you have one complete window. Now you can put, I only put 2 sticks in to hold the glass in, one on the top, one on the bottom. You can put 4 sticks in there if you want to. You can put one here on this side and one on this side. So you'll have a double stick all the way around. You can do that if you want to. I don't do that. I did it on the first couple of windows I did, and I decided it wasn't really necessary. So just one stick there, one stick there. And this will be on the inside of your house. You should have double edges all the way around. That should always be to the outside. So once you've got that done, you're ready to put the window in.